Now there is an elephant in the room, which we've been hinting at, alluding to. It's time for the evil geniuses.
I was gonna say I love the bounty. I thought that was awesome. What I don't think is awesome is the performance of EG. I just don't get it anymore. I just don't understand. This team is just hitting rock frickin' bottom, man. You're going over the matches right now for people that can't visually see what's going on, but man, it is just it's
across the board too. It's across the board. It's not even just the main roster. They're making so many dumb decisions. Yeah. My main gripe comes because I'll be honest, I don't wake up early and watch these games. I'll be honest. I look at the stats afterwards, sure. My main gripe comes from EG Black. All my issues come from EG Black and the management of the players and talent that they have there. But EG is
in a different way that I think people are going to be hearing this.
Yeah. It feels so grossly mismanaged. It's kind of unreal that these people have been able to get the kind of support that they've gotten. You love to see money in the scene, sure, but you have to use it well. You can't just throw something at the wall and hopes it sticks like I do, because you're professional. I'm not.
Well, and I think there was even articles and discussions about EG management, and there was players that were saying it's not good. It is way behind than what it should be for an established org like this too. Mm-hmm. So then now we're starting to see these results for all the different EG colors. Man, it sucks. They gotta reinvent the blueprint, please. It's terrible. Just throw it in the shredder. Don't ever look back.
EG Black is the only good one.
They are the only good one.
They're the one I have issues with.
EG White got ruined by lack of playtime. EG Main is just a disaster. Let's see how many games they've won here. Going back January 24th. Lost to Heroic, lost to Complexity at Blast Premier Spring. Lost to Fnatic, lost to Sprout. IEM Katowice play-ins. Lost to Illuminar. A 1917 win. It's a 1917 win over Demon Time. Demon Time. 16-14 lost to ATK. 19-16 lost to Ur. Who are Ur, you're asking? A team of puggers and friends who join up for the qualifier for the major and make it to the RMR, partly because they beat EG Main. EG, they beat Raid and Vendetta. Cool. Lost to MIBR, beat Mythic, lost to Team 1. Boom. No major for Evil Geniuses. They're done. Right. Lost to Cloud9, Eternal Fire, IHC. This team does not beat teams of their level, anywhere near their level. They are an ECL team. That is plain and simple. They are not the best team in North American ECL if they were to play in North American ECL.
Dude, this is the most I've seen him erupt, dude. Ever seen this before?
I knew he was going to erupt.
Dude, that thing was bottling up.
He's got some bottled up issues. I will say, now that public opinion is on his side, he's ready to let go. That's all I'll say, because he's been on this for a while.
Yeah.
I will say that by letting Ur win, they did technically beat Disconnected so hard that they fell apart. Right? Because they let Ur go to the major and then disconnected. So they technically tactically lost to literally bully a team out of existence. Okay? So we'll give them that.
Yeah, that's the coolest accomplishment they've had in a while.
Okay, how do you excuse this against Demon Time?
That was a pug team.
Is the prior iteration of Ur.
And that was a pug team. And they died. As soon as I was done, Demon Time was like, yeah, we're done. It was the fastest thing I've ever seen.
Demon Time, like 3/5 year? I'm pretty sure it is 3/5 year.
Wasn't Bobby on that team too?
Stamina, Wolfie, Darty, and Jitter.
Oh, okay, never
mind. Isn't it? Who's on yours?
Darty,
Isn't it the same players?
Rec, Walker, and yeah, it is.
Is it 2/5 or 3/5?
Okay, I was thinking of the one with
Walker and Rec.
Okay,
Rec's a big pickup, like we talked about.
Yeah. Walker too, fragging out.
And he came back from retirement. He took a big break. And he comes back and he's positive and he's got a 1.17 against EG.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Opping against Wiz, who was picked up for Blueprint, yet they have this guy sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Also,
it makes no sense.
EG Black makes no sense because they have Junior, which, he's good. He stunts. He had some disappointing performances internationally. It doesn't matter. He's going to destroy here. The main thing to me on this stupid roster is they signed George. They put him on this secondary roster, which is annoying enough as is. Everybody says it. Put George on the main roster. The issue is not only is he on the sub, which I can get, put him on the sub for a month or two, let him settle into the to the EG Black flow state is what I'm going to call it. It's probably what they call it in the management side of things. But not only are they doing that, they're just sticking him on nades. He's doing the dishes. Like, he's not getting the fight. He's having to throw random ass utility, and then he's not getting to shine, which is his whole point. That's why we loved picking up George. See him get a paycheck. See him actually frag on a team that's worthy of having him frag, and like, he's not getting to do that. He's getting to do nothing. He has to sit there and throw utility, which is just unreal to me. George should be
him
a
frag
star.
out over the last couple of games.
Did they finally start letting him loose?
Yeah, and they started winning like big.
Okay, which game? I'm gonna go check. Which game did we cover him on? Because I wrote, I have my notes for every single game. I write it old-fashioned style. I'm gonna go see when was the last EG game we casted. We casted the Mythic EG game. Was it the Mythic EG game I'm thinking of? Or we cast them again?
Because
it had to be Mythic EG. They won.
Yeah.
They won handedly, but he was literally the utility man. Like, he was caught with the utility in his hand, chucking flashes on a ramp on Vertigo, like legitimately just full time utility. And I was like, I don't care who you're playing against. Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're letting him loose finally, maybe, but like that game to me, like I was like sure they're winning, but like he's your god. You signed him because he's the god.
Yeah.
He did so good at the RMR. He should be a star player on your main roster, and here he is doing the unspoken hero play on the sub roster. It's inexcusable.
Yeah, it's total BS. Sure, it makes zero sense to me. This whole EG thing is just ridiculous. It's gotten to a point where it boiled over. Everybody's upset Boggs now. Like this, like things are just escalated, and like
you got 15 players. Just put their names in a bowl and pull 5 out, and as long as it isn't an already existing roster, it will do better than what you have currently.
It couldn't be worse.
It couldn't be, and like that's the thing. And again, it's no discredit to Ur, but like again, a team that came together, they're all friends, they have experience playing together, but they just came together for the qualifier and they win. Yeah, sure, it was an overtime win of 19-16, but that's so inexcusable, and that's the main roster. So you're talking about talent like Automatic, you're talking Breeze, you're talking Hex, like all these guys. These are big names, and they're beating them.
Metaphorical wheelchair. Let's be honest. He said he's retired.
Exactly.
He's like 65 in Counter-Strike years. Showed up in his wheelchair, and he did that. Like, there's no way. They gave him a ramp.
And then and then Boggs are hovering over the IM Dallas invited teams. Like, again, this whole thing is such BS because now they're just getting home advantage. Yeah, local hero invite. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
EG Black.
Why? Yeah, I don't
They're
get
better.
EG
They're
White.
literally
They
better.
need time, dude. Invite EG White. They need to play something, please.
That too. They couldn't do worse. Because we all know EG's going to walk in there, not win a single map, and bomb out of another event.
Man.
I don't know, man. Maybe they could win one, okay? Let's set the bar low. Let's give them an opportunity to build, okay?
Yeah, they've had a lot of opportunities.
They've had too many opportunities.
This is just like, I know I hate bashing teams, but like, it's just like, man, like something has to change. And it's not even the players. Like, I'm not even upset at the players. Like, I think it is like an upper level thing. And clearly nobody's getting their input in there. Even if players are saying stuff, nothing's changing. And
when it's so bad that the broadcast is getting the okay to do a bit on how bad your team is, and then at very same on-screen broadcast talent also puts a $1,000 bounty on your head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's bad.
You know
that
you
bounty
hit
gets
bottom.
claimed right here.
Team one.
I think didn't Mobs tweet at him like 2 hours saying
instantly
right after the match. Like, where's my money?
Instant money. Where's the money? And the money was sent. They're like, we're going skiing. So well-earned trip for the Team One boys. My God.
Yeah, and Mobs popped off that game too. Like, look at that. 100 ADR.
Plus 28.
Also, this is a problem for EG main.
Nealon, yeah.
And this is a big problem for EG main.
Your op and your old dog, one of your old dogs, I should say. Yeah. Remember when Breeze was a star and then it was mismanaged and everybody's kind of criticizing them for not doing much? Honestly, I wish we had that not doing much EG at this point because it could be better than what this is currently. Like, I'd rather have those random players not doing much, kind of just sitting there as a roster and at least doing okay, as opposed to signing these players and dooming them to irrelevancy. Because right now it feels like these players are all being doomed to irrelevancy.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the individual stats here from the players. Like, look at these ratings.
Oh.
These ratings are dog water for viewers that are not looking.
And I'm pretty sure this is the ratings all time on the roster.
Go the last 3 months. I want to see the last 3 months.
I don't think you can as the general overview.
Wait.
Do they have a match coming up that I could just snag the stats from?
No, they just lost Pro League. Nice try.
Yeah. They don't have a match coming up for a while because they don't have any. They didn't qualify for the major, for the RMR qualify for the RMR. They had local hero invite to Dallas.
Surprising on that one, honestly. You think they gave them that just because they wouldn't be able to qualify? Probably.
Let's see. Since we're talking about Breeze.
0.98 in the last 3 months. It shows it on the default page, by the way.
I'm just bringing it up big.
Yeah, it's not good.
66% cast.
Oh my, that's an advanced level team.
Yes.
Like when I look at surface level, who's gonna win on an ECL or an advanced cast? I look at cast and I just say, okay, if you have a decent cast, like if your team is above the board on cast, like 70%, sorry, like around there, and you're just outperforming the other team, you're gonna be better. That's how I look at it. That cast rating of 66 is something that I don't even often see in ECL. Like that's absurdly
That's a
low
bottom
for a
tier
cast.
ECL team.
That is a bottom tier ECL cast. Like
yeah, this is not good, man.
Let's just do this. So we saw Breeze. Hext, I don't think he's been put in a good position on this roster.
Mm-mm.
This is a mismanagement of a prospect, for sure.
The lowest cast for a limitless player is 69.4.
Oh, there's 68 right here.
And it was 66 for Breeze.
This ADR is just... But again, it's the positions Hext is being put in, I think. And the team environment is obviously bad.
Yeah. Well, and they're just not winning, right? Like, so now they're probably it's probably just getting worse and worse and worse. Like, how do you get out of this rut?
Let's look at Nealon.
You're at the point where you're getting clowned on. Yeah.
Cast.
There needs to be like a point where you do have to just change the management entirely or throw the towel, honestly. Like say, all right, we've done our best. Give it to the coaches and the coaches only. It feels like there's so many goddamn people. There's Axed. There's Mad Cow. They have so many people in coaching positions or in management positions. Don't they have Valens as well? Like they have so many people.
Valens is the head of it all. Vorberg is the official coach of the EG main roster. Mad Cow, Axed, Munster. Well, Axed and Munster are respectively coaching EG Black and White.
Just give everything. Like, those coaches are insane. Like, those coaches are really good.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Munster is a phenomenal coach.
Yeah,
and
Munster,
he's poured his heart and soul into that roster for years now. Axe is doing a great job with EG Black. Like, the problem is the main roster and how they're handling the talent pipeline. Wiz getting promoted, it was a good experiment, but Wiz has never been the best opper in North American ECL. He's always been rather mid in North American ECL. And you're promoting him to the main roster.
Yeah. It's busted, man. It's got to go. Throw in the shredder.
You have this team.
You should sign Boggs as your management position. Mm-hmm. It will sit there and look pretty and tell everybody else to do all the work. And let me tell you, it will turn out better. It will turn out better. No.
Don't hire me for a management position unless you want me getting my fingers in everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
maybe that's what's needed.
I come from the sports world.
Do you accept blame?
Micromanage everything.
Well, that's the thing that doesn't make sense. Like, we all don't know, but like we're all just making the assumption that like the management level is just not doing anything, and like, I mean, there was a lot of rumors even back in the Stewie 2K days, right?
They're making the bad
yeah,
decisions.
they're doing stuff. They're just making terrible decisions. Like they have no insight on what's actually good or bad. Well, apparently they have insight on what's bad.
They're looking almost as bad as the Olympics esports committee right now.
Oh,
you're getting
God, that's another thing.
Dude, we got to bring that up next time.
Poignant reference right there. You're welcome for that one.